From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is a severe weather alert.
Good morning.
All right, it's currently 8 o'clock in the evening. I'm Fred Gossage along with Taylor Plott, Chase Wilson, and Sam Camp in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with another update on the severe weather situation. Currently no warnings across the area. We still have a tornado watch in place for all of our Tennessee counties. Here in dark red, Wayne, Lawrence, Giles, Lewis, Murray, and Marshall counties under a tornado watch until 1 a.m. Hardin County, Tennessee, still under a tornado watch until 10 p.m. We have gotten word that here over the next hour to hour and a half, there will likely be a tornado watch that will include portions of North Alabama. Hasn't been issued yet, but as the storms get closer, tornado watch will be issued in these areas. Now, meteorologist Taylor Plott is back in the Weather Center. He's been tracking storms on radar across the area, and he has been watching how these storms have been developing and some radar trends over the past hour or so. We'll toss over to him to get an idea of how the storms have been behaving.
Yeah, Fred, things have been behaving so far, at least for that Memphis area. There's been more activity off to the north. Actually, seemed to have a TDS, a tornado debris signature, on this cell right up here. Go ahead and circle that. This is the one that went north of the Huntington and the Humboldt areas. That still has a tornado warning on it. That continues to push on off to the northeast. Will eventually be getting towards the Clarksville, Tennessee area, and then eventually up into parts of Kentucky as well. We did have a tornado warning that was just canceled. That was for Madison County here in the Jackson area. Really no true velocity signature on that. We'll switch over to velocity data. Just some pretty strong winds that are pushing through, sub-severe at this moment. Nothing tornadic. Looking right there, and of course they just canceled that tornado warning for that. Going a little bit further down the line towards the Boulevard area, seeing that line move through. There's not a lot of lightning with the heaviest rainfall. That's something that I've been kind of noticing here. A lot of the lightning's back behind that main line, so that's just a little bit interesting to see that on the radar data. Go a little bit further down the line, Holly Springs. Again, nothing severe at this moment. We do have a flash flood warning for parts of the Memphis area as well. The other thing we're watching, Fred, are these cells that are happening down here on the south side of this line. We have a supercell that is northwest of Jackson, Mississippi. That continues to kind of get stronger as the night progresses. Then if this continues to hold its course, it will eventually get northwest of Columbus and probably in between Columbus and Tupelo, and could eventually get into parts of northwestern Alabama over here, maybe between Florence and the Hamilton area, if that holds together and the line doesn't kind of suck it in as it moves on off to the north and east. But other than that, Fred, there's really not a lot to look at radar-wise, at least with the warnings. There's really no warnings in our immediate vicinity that will be moving into our viewing area here over the next hour or two. Everything's to the north or to the south, but we are still watching things. And one thing that we were watching, Fred, you and I were talking about this, at the jet, that mid-level jet that is kicking into the area, it's not really, it's a line parallel to the line. So that's why you're not getting a lot of wind damage potential with this. You're not getting a whole lot of severe thunderstorm warning activity with it. And it's kind of split in those two areas. You got more dynamics off to the north that is giving those severe weather warnings up towards the Clarksville area, and then you got the stuff down to the south towards Jackson. So we'll see over the next couple of hours if that jet starts to kind of kink around a little bit, go a little bit negative tilt, and that would give more of an uptick in severe weather potential for our area.
All right, Taylor, thank you very much, and we'll continue to watch that over the next few hours with how the storms evolve in the line and how that factors into the severe storm threat. Now, we'll switch over to our Lynx 1 machine here, and we'll look at the severe weather outlook for the rest of tonight. There's this level 3 out of 5 risk of severe weather across just about all of southern middle Tennessee, all of northwest Alabama and northeast Mississippi. The areas here in orange, that's mainly for the damaging straight line wind threat, but there is still the potential for a few tornadoes embedded within the line. Areas in the line, there may be several if the line gets its act together completely, that see damaging straight line winds of 50, 60, 70 miles per hour. Not everybody's going to see wind like that, but there could be several locations that do. And with the saturated soil that we have, that would already do tree and power line damage. it would be even easier than normal to do that tonight because of those saturated soil conditions. Hail is not too much of a concern. Flooding is the other elevated threat, especially on the Tennessee side of the line, but there could be isolated flash flooding area-wide. Here's the latest Futurecast breakdown with the HURR model. You can see here at the top of the hour, line is still back to the west. By 9 o'clock, that is starting to approach areas like Chester and Henderson counties in Tennessee and just to the west of Alcorn County, Mississippi. As we get closer to 10 o'clock, the line's moving into places like Savannah and Corinth and approaching Iuka. Closer to 11 to 11:30, the line will be moving into the US 43 corridor from Columbia down to Lawrenceburg to the Shoals to Russellville. So between 10 and 11, the line is going to be moving through Hohenwald and Waynesboro and Collinwood and Waterloo and Cherokee and Red Bay and moving into the Shoals near 11 or just before, be moving into Lawrenceburg near 11 or just before. As we get closer to 12 o'clock, the line will be crossing I-65, and I think by 12 to 12:30, our Tennessee County viewing area will be clear. It will probably have the line on past Athens. It will be moving through Decatur and through Hartselle and areas like that. And I think 1 to 2 o'clock, the line will be completely out of here, and we'll have just lingering showers on into the morning. And then the HURR is flirting with some isolated flurries over northern Tennessee. I don't expect any impact from that. So to recap the situation, no warnings in the viewing area right now, but a tornado watch does continue across all of our Tennessee counties. It goes until 10 o'clock for Hardin County, Tennessee, and it goes until 1 a.m. for Wayne, Lawrence, Giles, Lewis, Murray, and Marshall counties. We'll have live updates at the top and bottom of every hour as long as the threat is in place and a tornado watch is valid. Should there be any warnings across the area, we'll be back sooner as necessary. Our next live scheduled update will be at 8:30, and you know our policy here. If there are tornado warnings in the viewing area, we're live nonstop until the danger is over. For Taylor Plott, Chase Wilson, and Sam Camp, I'm Fred Gossage, live from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. Stay with Tennessee Valley Weather. We'll keep you advised.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.